Hey, you've just stepped into the Caring Corner, where life's caregiving challenges meet a whole lot of heart and a dash of sass. I'm Michelle O'Neill, and I'm here to serve up insights, inspiration, and real life tools to help you navigate caring for your kids and aging loved ones without forgetting about you. Expect everything from time management hacks and emotional wellness strategies to technology tips sprinkled with humor and tenacity. Are you ready? Let's get to it. There are moments in life when the world shifts beneath your feet and the reasons why totally escape you. You're left feeling exposed, unprepared, and wondering how in the world you can help not only yourself, but those who look to you for strength. In these moments when the ground feels shaky, how do we find hope? How do we anchor ourselves and show up for those who rely on us? Hey, Michelle O'Neill here, your host and resident emotional wellness coach, and you're listening to the Caring Corner. Today, we're talking about what it means to hold on to hope when life feels, well, unpredictable, and how we can use these moments to teach resilience, hope, and gratitude, not just to ourselves, but also to our next generation who are watching us, our kids, their friends, and on and on. Now, this is a space where we'll acknowledge the uncertainty, validate the doubt, and explore how we can begin to rebuild emotional wellness when the path forward seems so unclear. And that's one of the things that we crave in our lives. At least I know I do. That's clarity. So, right now, many of us are navigating feelings of fear, disappointment, and uncertainty. And it's okay to feel this, well, feel this intensely. It's okay to sit with worry, pain, and anxiety and admit, I, I just don't know what comes next. In moments like these, when emotions are raw and hope feels like a fantasy, acknowledging this weight is actually an act of strength in itself. The thing is, I just want to add this little note here. It's okay to feel them. The key is not to wallow in them. And the other thing is that so often we rush to fix the problem or explain things when sometimes the most powerful thing that we can do is to simply sit with the truth of the moment in all its ugliness. I have been there, and it wasn't the first, and I'm sure it won't be the last, but know how to come through it, knowing that is gold. And so I remember when I received this information about my daughter, and it literally, and I mean literally, knocked me to the floor. I just slid down the bathroom wall and sat there, utterly stunned and rocked to the core. I just sat there on the floor and allowing those waves of emotions to just course over me, to just bombard me, waiting for them to subside so so I could just think. And I slowly felt the breath ease back into my body. And I just sat there on the floor in silence. But it was in that silence, in that moment of being totally unprepared, that I realized something that was absolutely profound. And that's that it's okay not to have all the answers. It's okay to pause, to catch your breath, to to breathe, to feel and to acknowledge that right now I'm not at my best. And just to allow yourself to begin the process of gathering. Now, gathering is like putting a jigsaw puzzle together where the pieces slowly start to fit together again, and well, you can think, because things are starting, the picture is starting to come back and take form. And that's when I face the reality that some days, just the fact that, hey, I made it through is a win. Look, these feelings aren't just reserved for those big life altering moments, even though I was talking about one, right? They show up in our day to day too. When we're doing our caregiving duties and the weight feels too heavy, or during the holiday season when, let's face it, stress is soaring. Research even says that 2 in 5 adults feel more stressed during the holidays than they do during any other time of the year. And it's when what we hope for collides with reality and leaves us feeling let down that this stress just builds. And even when we're surrounded by people, that uncertainty can actually feel deeply personal and uniquely ours. And it is. And although those experiences may be different, but the emotions, those emotions are universal. You're not alone in feeling like the ground beneath you has shifted. Others, me included, have felt the same crack in the foundation of our lives under our feet. So, gratitude doesn't mean denying or ignoring the pain or confusion. It's not about pretending everything's okay or avoiding your emotions. It's about finding those little slivers of light, even when everything feels dark. Gratitude in its rawest form is acknowledging that in the middle of everything that's going on and the uncertainty, that there are still moments that can anchor us to hope. Think about those moments in your day that may seem, well, minor, but they seem to hold you together, give you something to just hold on to in ways that you sometimes don't even realize. It's the strength to actually get up and push your body out of bed when every part of you feels weighed down. It's the way our kids' laughter breaks through that fog of worry, even just for a second, or that unexpected text from a friend that says, "Hey, you've been on my mind, and I've been thinking about you. Are you okay?" All these things remind you that someone out there cares. It could even be as simple as feeling the warmth of your morning coffee in your hand, the comfort it brings you, and it becomes that this small space that grounds you when the world feels absolutely uncertain. Remember times in your past when life felt impossible, and yet you found a moment to exhale. Maybe it was sitting in your car for 5 minutes after a long day, or listening to a song that reminded you of good times. These times of subtle gratitude don't erase the difficulty, but they remind you that hope is part of the fabric of your everyday life, even if it's in the tiniest, thinnest threads. And in the middle of chaos, moments of gratitude can feel fleeting, almost invisible. But when you pause, even briefly, to acknowledge those moments, they become anchors. Think of this as holding space in your heart longer than usual. When you notice something small, a shared smile, the warmth of the sun, the sound of your favorite song, pause and let yourself truly, really feel it. Whisper it to yourself, sing it to yourself, or simply close your eyes and replay it in your mind. So, why should we take the time to pause for these small moments? They're small, right? Because when life is weighing you down, these tiny acts of recognition are more than just comforting. They're grounding. They remind you that hope isn't always loud. It's often found in the quiet details that hold you together. It's a subtle practice that reinforces your resilience, allowing your mind to find stability in the middle of all the uncertainty. Recognizing and acknowledging these moments in real time creates a space that you can draw strength from. It shifts your focus even for a moment and helps you stay present. And over time, this practice becomes a soft reminder that even during the most challenging days, there are small reasons to keep going. Tonight, or whenever you find a quiet moment in your day, I want you to think back on just one thing that, well, made you pause. Maybe it was as simple as the way the light danced across the wall, or the sound of a kind word from someone you love. Hold that moment close and let it be enough. Let it remind you that even when the light feels hidden, it's still there. Look, one of my favorite sayings is, "It ain't all about you." And so I'm telling you today, it's not all about you. When you're struggling to find hope, remember that the generations coming behind you, they're watching. They're learning how to travel through life most challenging moments. They're searching for clues on how to handle their own future challenges. Your honesty and vulnerability can teach them more about resilience than any sophisticated answer ever could. When you share your challenges, you're showing something important. Being strong doesn't mean never wavering. I wish it did. It means moving forward, even when you're unsure. But that isn't about unloading on your kids or those watching you. It's about sharing your struggles in a way that's constructive and talking through the solutions as well. Don't just leave them hanging, seeing all the pain. Show them that life isn't about being perfect, but about staying persistent and finding your way step by step. There's a delicate balance between being honest with those watching us while maintaining their sense of hope. You might say something like, today was hard and I don't have all the answers, but I believe we'll find them together. This kind of transparency shows that it's okay to feel lost sometimes and that hope isn't found in having everything figured out. It's found in the willingness to keep going. I want to share with you a few more examples to help spark a way that you can have that important conversation and remain honest yet hopeful. Things like sharing your process. If you're facing a disappointment, share that process with them. Say, "I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed today because something didn't go as planned." It's okay to feel frustrated or sad about it, but I'm going to take a breath and figure out my next steps. Or you want to come with me on a short walk while I clear my head? Now, this invites them to see that emotions are manageable and temporary. What about like turning setbacks into lessons? When you face a challenge, say something like, "Dang, I made a mistake today and it's hard to accept, but I learned something important." And that's that even adults are still learning. Hey, what's something you learned today, even if it was difficult? Now, this creates a conversation where struggles are framed as learning opportunities. My favorite. And then there's share moments of self care openly. Let them know that it's part of everyday life and something that we all need to do. You can say something like, I'm feeling a little anxious right now, so I'm going to sit here a minute with a warm cup of tea and just listen to some music. Taking care of yourself, well, it helps me think more clearly. So why don't you just sit here with me and let's pick a song, or you pick a song that we can listen to together. What do you think? Now, this shows that acknowledging your need isn't selfish. It's actually needed, right? Also, one of the greatest gifts that you can give the next generation is a space to express themselves. Let them know that their feelings matter and that it's safe to speak up, even when those feelings are hard to navigate. Ask questions like, how did that make you feel? Or what do you think we should do next? This not only validates their emotions, but also teaches them that their voice has power. When they see you choosing hope and resilience, it helps them understand that these aren't traits reserved for special moments. They're everyday choices. It's okay if they see you struggle. What matters is that they see you choosing to keep going, that you get up, and in return, encourage them to take small actions that give them hope too. Whether it's drawing a picture that makes them smile or writing down what they're excited about, it reinforces that their actions, no matter how small, can make a difference. The desire and responsibility to guide our next generation isn't about shielding them from life's difficulties. It's about being open and honest and showing them that hope can coexist with challenge. It's teaching them that resilience is built not in moments of certainty, but in times of doubt, and that they too have the strength to choose hope. Look, life's unexpected moments teach us that strength isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet and hidden in the way we choose to keep going. The resilience that you show today will echo in the lives of those watching and learning from you. Your quiet strength shines in ways you may not see, but it's there, guiding you and lighting the path for yourself and those around you. So let me say this. Given everything that's going on in the conversations that I've been having lately, I know many of you need a way to reconnect with hope and gratitude. So I'm offering my 31-day gratitude calendar as a free gift to guide you through this season. Plus, when you join me for this special 7-day gratitude guided challenge, you'll receive a downloadable journal to help you catch your reflections and deepen your gratitude practice. Let's take it step by step, focusing on finding those small moments of gratitude and sharing them together. Download the calendar today. You heard me, today. And if you're ready to be part of a supportive group to reflect and uplift each other, join me for the 7-day gratitude challenge. And don't forget, if you need an immediate moment of calm, my calm guided meditation is there to help you reset and reconnect. Let's walk through this season together, finding light even in the most uncertain times. You got this, and I'm here with you every step of the way. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye. All right, that's a wrap for today at the Caring Corner. We've tackled some big topics, but remember, you're not in this alone. Subscribe to keep the wisdom and warmth coming.
And stay tuned for amazing guests who'll be joining us to help round out your caregiving toolkit. Catch you next time and keep conquering those challenges.